Folks.
Hey guys, we have a shocking video for you today. Well, sort of shocking for Brian. It's a little bit more of a shock for him than for us. So I'm going to ask the questions. What happened yesterday after I left the homestead at 3 o'clock?
Well, I was leaving the property, hadn't got about a mile down the road, and then all of a sudden something came crashing through my side window, and turns out it was a bullet.
A bullet, you say? So were you driving through somebody's target practice range? Like, what do you...
No, I was driving right by the lake, Snowline Lake, and right past a couple houses, like same road everybody else drives on. So.
And just...
And yeah, it was at first for a split second I thought it was a rock coming through, but then I was like, no way, there was a rock coming through that fast. And then I looked up and I just happened to have my driver's side window down about that far, and the bullet came through I have plastic kind of a wind guard, and it came right through that, and then just missed the window, and then went across and hit the windshield on the opposite side.
Right down there. Ooh. Okay, so the bullet didn't go through the windshield, but it went through this, and we're sure it's a bullet. Is that?
Well, it made a pretty good. Actually broke the windshield over there in two different places, so I suspect it was at least like a 22 round. I think more than a pellet. I don't think a pellet would have. On the angle that it hit the windshield, it was a pretty shallow angle, and it actually really put a pretty good crack in it. And then when you look, we can't see it. You won't be able to see it on the camera, but Amy saw it this morning. When you look even further down, about 2 inches away, there's another little crack where the bullet must have hit again.
Kind of bouncing up, ricocheting.
Yeah. So
But
it gets stuck under the dashboard.
So from this angle, the bullet came. You're thinking it came
through like that. Yeah.
this direction. So if you're sitting in the car, let's get you sitting in the car, and how far away you're driving along, windows down. Might have to roll it down, but let's reenact the scene here. Okay.
So came right through here and close to my face.
Pretty close to your face. Brian Hager cheats death.
I would say it's an airplane's a mile away is a near miss. So I think this is a near miss.
Yeah, I can see the hole right there, and right through to the other side. So, and then what happened? So you stopped the car.
So I flagged someone down because I didn't have my phone with me, and of course I don't get any service up there anyway. And interestingly, the person I flagged down was a patient of mine. So way up in our neck of the woods, and then I called the police, and they came, checked out the car, looking for the bullet, and we couldn't find it. But apparently he made an arrest.
So he went and investigated who's shooting around.
Yeah, the funny thing was I hadn't told Amy yet, and the policeman.
He hadn't told me yet. I got a phone call about a bullet hitting my husband's car.
So, because I went back to work on the house, and then on the way home I was thinking, I wonder if he calls and asks for Amy. She'd be like, what are you talking about?
I'm calling about a bullet hitting your husband's car. And I was like, I don't know. I think you got the wrong number. I don't know anything about a bullet hitting my... You sure you've got the right... Amy, and I said, what time did this incident occur? And he said 4 p.m. And I said, well, I guess that could be possible since I left at 3 p.m. because I just saw him. So, yeah, he said the word bullet. Yeah. So must be he suspects that it was actually a bullet and not a pellet.
A pellet gun.
Or a BB. It was a bullet that went through the window. And I guess
a pretty good size hole right there. I mean, that's at least half inch across. So.
So, I guess if we really want to get to the bottom, we have to dig out the dash.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. We took the windshield out, had that replaced. If he ends up paying for it, we could replace the windshield, and we can probably get it that way.
Yeah.
But
So the guy got arrested, and then I guess, well, the officer had called and said, if you can find the bullet, then that would be helpful. But he didn't really say anything else that we had to do. But I guess we're supposed to just count our lucky stars at this point. Scratch off one of your 9 lives. And
7 lives left.
7 to go, I suppose. So anyway, near miss here for Bryan, but kind of gives you some legit Colorado mountain life. No, I don't know. The officer said nothing like this has happened in like 10 years as far as he remembers. So people they're not just shooting around guns all the time.
They are on the other side of the valley. There's a big dirt area where people shoot, but they're shooting into the side of the mountain basically. So this was just random.
Anyway, so we're seizing the moment and getting back to work today. Big snowstorm on the horizon. Almost every week it seems like that, but this is like a big spring snowstorm, so we might not be able to get a lot of moving done next weekend. So we're going to wrap it up and get that done today, at least as much as we can with the new garage we put up, and we'll keep you guys posted. But thanks for tuning in, and thought you might want to hear about this little slice of adventure, our Colorado mountain living experience.
Fun times.
Fun times. All right, take care.